Hey Mando, episode 1 of season 3 is here. The full council's here, and you're listening to Hey Mando, brought to you by Jedi Talk. I don't know if it's brought to you. Are we sponsoring a new show? Whatever.
We're sponsoring ourselves.
The full council's here today. I'm your host, Brad. I'm joined by the two other gentlemen that make the three. To my right, the man, the myth, the legend, for many reasons, Evan T. Boucher. Evan, what the is going on?
Hello there, everyone. And how awesome was Mando this morning? I don't mean the episode.
Ooh, we'll get into it. I didn't get to see it. And to Evan's right, we're just all chomping at the bits. We're just going to jump in here. Evan's right, the Red Rocket himself, Tom Oakley. Tom?
By the right of the council, by the will of the Force. Yes, that Mando was better, actually, today.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll get into that in a second. But
Tom must be having a good day today. New Metallica, new episode, new season of
New
Mando,
Bad Batch.
new Bad Batch.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah, lots of stuff going on today.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. A lot of
Darkness
stuff.
had a
It was
sun.
so good that I even messaged you guys ahead of time that this is like my first, finally, I'm an entitled local annual pass holder that is like,
Can't
I'm
believe
going to
you did
skip
this.
a Tron preview. Like,
Can't believe you did this.
and I love Tron, so it's not like I just don't like it. It's like, I've done it.
Three
I'm
of us
going
are doing
again.
it a week from Friday.
Yeah, we're going
We're
together.
going
The
again
10th.
March 10th.
That's another reason why I skipped it. I'm like, I'm going in a week.
I got invited to do one today, actually, from a friend.
Nice.
But I chose not to because of flower and garden stuff this morning. And then I wanted to just do it with you guys for the first time. And I wanted to do it with Holly for the first time and with the kiddos. So I was just like, we'll just keep it.
This
We'll
is
just
an
keep
okay
it.
one.
We'll just keep it.
Yeah, this is a perfect one to be like,
Yeah.
I'll wait.
I'll wait. But we got a lot of stuff to get into. So how do you guys want to do this? You want to do the Hey Mando breakdown, or do you want to talk about the other Hey Mando event today?
Today is first episode of
Mando
season 3. It's Mandalorian Day.
Yeah, like
You
literally.
know,
Chapter 17.
chapter 17
The
came
Apostate.
out. And
I like the title.
Me too.
They all have good titles.
to celebrate, after we viewed it, Evan and I found ourselves on Batu today. And Evan, at about 10:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, who
Give or
turned the
take.
corner?
We were just like chilling over there, catching some shade. Not throwing shade, but catching shade.
Catching shit.
And the Mandalorian himself and the child, baby Yoda / Grogu, sauntered around the corner.
Sauntered is
Do
exactly.
you know how
And
pissed
it
I
was
am that I was at
beautiful.
fucking Flower and Garden getting merch,
Ugh.
and I didn't get to see this?
It was just luck of the draw because, like,
Man.
I'm in Galaxy's Edge. You know, I'm there every damn day. So, like, I'm going to see something if something happens.
I just
So-
I didn't think just kind of seeing that character on Batu for the first time, at least here. We've seen it in video. He's been in
Yeah.
Disneyland since September.
But we all just kind of, wrote it off, saying it's never coming.
Right.
We never thought it was going to come here.
And just to see it was like, whoa, like that's
Mhm.
now that's a fun moment to be local.
Dude, people were cheering and stuff.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
I did.
We all cheered, yeah.
Go watch our reel.
Tom,
The very first video. The very first video on... the very
sound
first
like
video
Homer.
on the HoloNet, though, of Batu East Mando
We were,
is
yeah.
Tom's
Jedi
video, Jedi Talk. Like, come on.
Thank you guys for going to
Broke the
experiencing
news.
that. I got to get pushed around at the fucking
Ugh.
creation
Well,
store.
that's
I
happening there too
almost
now for
lost
Mando.
my shit.
Did you punch somebody at least? Chris?
No, but I sent you that picture.
Yes.
And that
I've seen that
picture's-
person. So.
I've thought about posting it, but I don't know because I'm not.
She
I
might
don't
come after you.
You should
Like,
steal her cane
Oh,
and throw it in front of her scooter
please.
so she
I know,
trips
but
off
like-
of it.
Do it. Go ahead and come after me. See how fucking hard I eviscerate you.
Right.
Come after me.
Oh, man.
You're using your special needs husband or uncle or grandfather as a shelf. You're gonna come after me?
That's Brad right now. He's all
Shit was
T-Rex.
wild. I will go after you hard.
But, like, I was... I don't know. Like, this... I'm,
But see, the reason I don't want to do it is I don't want people to think I'm making fun of it
right.
because I'm not. I just think it's a depressed state of Disney fandom.
100% is. But a lot of that is going on today. Like, as awesome as Mando is and
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
like, I don't know. I'm a super nerd, obviously, but I was shaking. Like,
So
I
yeah,
watched my video, and you can see my camera, like,
the
visibly
Mandalorian
shaking.
and Grogu. He walked up to a couple of people who had been,
Dude, he
just
walked up
hanging
to
in there.
Taylor, was one of the first people he
Yeah.
talked to. I was like, because she was holding a little Grogu.
I have that Grogu. I need to
Yeah,
find
so
him.
he
Sure,
came up to
somewhere.
her, and he was like, I think Grogu approves or something like that, or Grogu likes it, or I
Yeah,
forget what he said.
he said Grogu approves.
Yeah.
The first thing I heard him say when he walked up to the first couple of people were, "Would anyone like to meet Grogu?" or something
Oh, my,
like
well,
that.
of course
Yeah,
we do.
something
Come
like
on, man. Like, yeah.
I think it's awesome that it's Pedro Pascal's voice,
Yeah.
or at least
Sounds like
it. I don't know if it really is, but like he's
I
got such
assume
a-
it is.
unless it's
like-
some AI thing they did.
I don't know. When I first heard it, I didn't think it was.
In
That
the-
was from
Yeah.
a distance, though.
And he's
in-
super quiet. He's the quietest talking character we have.
in the video
Yeah.
because I didn't get to see it in person, but in the video it sounded just like him.
It,
Like,
Okay.
it sounds just
It
like
sounds
him. It
just
really
like him.
does.
How does the Grogu look? Because
Great.
I've
Awesome.
kind of
It's
avoided
awesome, man.
spoilers for this because I know he's around and I've seen a shot or two of him.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've seen Grogu in action, and I was kind of waiting to go to see him at Disneyland because we're going to go at some point this year, hopefully.
Yeah.
For at least a day or so.
I was
but
going
I
to
just
go
wanna know
this
how he
year
looks.
until Halcyon happened, which we'll talk about.
Which we'll get to.
On
the
our
next
episode.
episode.
Yeah.
We'll get to that on the next
On our
episode.
happy 1 year anniversary. Yes.
Happy a day of recording this March 1st. It
Right?
is 1 year of the Halcyon.
That's
This
how
is-
insane today's been. Like
What a great Star
on any
Wars
other
day.
week, we would be like, kick off the show, happy 1 year anniversary.
Right,
Like we would have
yeah.
been kicked it off with the greatest thing ever. But we're talking about Mando because
Mando.
he's pretty damn great
But
too. Like,
I'm curious how Grogu looks. Is it convincing? Is it
very.
really?
convincing, yep.
It blinks. His mouth can like
Does his-
hint
does he
open a
talk?
little bit.
Coos?
The hands don't move,
That's a bummer.
but it's
the
pretty.
hands don't need to move.
It's relatively limited, but like
I mean, it's
Is that
still
it-
pretty cool.
in the best way. Like it's perfect. I think. I don't think you could do it any better.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It looks
I
awesome.
still didn't really notice.
I'm gonna
I
try to go see
assume
it
that he
tomorrow.
didn't have the dark saber, right? Did you notice? I'm
I
assuming
didn't
he
notice.
doesn't have it.
He didn't have it.
I'm gonna just
I
guess
looked.
not.
That would be awesome if he did.
Right.
That's something they should fix.
But that just gives it one more person for a dumb guest to
Yeah,
come.
I mean,
One more
maybe
thing
they
for a
could-
dumb guest to just be like,
observation
I'll take
there.
that.
well, just make it where it's not removable. I mean, just
But they're
put it
still
on the
gonna
belt.
grab it and pull him.
Yeah. Shoot it.
Which happens with the
Having
stormtroopers.
the homing mockingbird. Whatever the fuck is it
Oh,
called?
the whistling birds.
Whistling birds.
I wish. That would solve so many problems.
Just make it like little like fireworks that
Right.
just pop right like.
That'd be so cool.
I didn't know, like Taylor loved him that much. Did you see how like she reacted? Like she
Yeah.
was crying.
Yeah.
I didn't know that she loved him that much, but that really made her day. It made my day seeing her that happy. Like
It was just a cool. It's a cool moment. It's great
Yeah.
that he's and I've read that he's here permanently.
That's
So-
fantastic.
yeah, they didn't announce like they did for Paris. They said 2
No,
weeks.
yeah,
Paris 2 weeks is all you
Discovery,
get.
Discoveryland, Discovery Island, whatever they call it.
And his is just a standard meet and greet.
Yeah,
Like it's a queued walk up,
Right.
say hi, take a picture, leave.
it's probably where
So-
Vader meets. Where we
I would
met
imagine
Vader.
so.
It's probably where he's at.
Yeah,
Oh, Kyle get to go see him. Is it like soon?
No,
It's now
March
till
1st
March
to the
14th.
Yeah.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, Kyle won't see him.
Oh, it's a
That's
bummer.
right. Fuck him.
well, he's got to come here to see him.
He said he's coming.
Noise.
Kyle be here. We'll do Fourth Mother Talk 5 unless he gets eaten alive by manatees again. This farts.
This is his song.
It is.
It
I
is.
love it.
But the first
once
the
this
first time we
plays
saw
out-
him today, he was not being attacked by people. But
No.
I've seen more Instagram pictures and videos where he just the moment he's on stage till the time he
But
leaves,
that's why you
he's
don't
swarmed.
do surprises
attacked.
like this, because then
No,
word of
that's-
mouth just freaks out.
But if you announce it, they freak out the first time. At
Yeah,
least
but if
he
you
had a
would've been
couple
a lot
times.
you
worse
announced-
if they had announced
Yeah,
this.
'cause
I disagree. If you
Disneyland
would've-
announced it.
if
And
you
did you
would've-
see their opening day?
Yeah, but that was the first of its kind. This isn't a new thing to the parks. I mean, we've seen that he's there. I think if
That's
you
true.
announce this and you make it a permanent thing, there are people who like me who would go, "I'll go when it's not so fucking nuts," and it wouldn't be as crazy. Like now, I want to go see it because Disney hasn't said it's official.
That's true.
So
We're just assuming.
Oh, no, yes, they did.
They did?
Well, you said you saw it from
Well,
not Scott Gustin. Who was it? Like
Dr. Disney, whoever
Dr.
that
Disney,
is.
yeah.
But Disney, an official Disney account, shared like the video of the promo video of the Mandalorian, and then Disney World commented underneath. It's like, we just heard, he's been wanted on Batu or something like that. So, like in Walt Disney World. So they were like,
but
putting the
nothing
word
about
up.
it being permanent.
No,
officially?
I did. Dr. Disney, who has never steered me wrong on Facebook,
Who the fuck
said
is that?
he's
just
basically
like
Blog
he's
Mickey.
Blog
It's
Mickey,
just a different
yeah,
Blog Mickey.
just different Blog Mickey.
Yeah.
And he confirmed that it's Disney said it's permanent.
Sweet.
They did
Yeah.
a good job too of not leaking this because like Blog
Yeah,
Mickey
no kidding.
usually has something ahead of time, but like nobody had anything ahead of
Yeah.
time. They did such a good job.
Nobody knew. It was funny. We talked about this last week on
Yeah.
the last week's episode, and we're like, if we're ever going to get it, and then before you know it, he's here.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be that idiot that runs up to like Ray and Vi and shoves a camera in their face and is like, "So what about the Mandalorian?" Like, 'cause I'm not gonna do that. But I would love to know what they're told,
What they're
to, say.
told to say.
What is their response?
Yeah,
Because I know they have to have one.
I know more than you.
That's probably what they'll say.
Yeah.
Ray does that a lot. Somebody asked her the other day why she has a yellow lightsaber, and I'm just like, dude,
What?
come on.
What was the response?
She was just like,
I
"Oh,
don't
well,
have a yellow
I don't
lightsaber."
have any lightsaber actually.
Oh,
I'm using
duh.
the I'm using Anakin's and Luke's blue one at the moment, but I don't have my own." It's like, yeah, obviously.
People don't.
People are
fucking know
dumb.
anything. People
they
get
just-
upset about the prequels not being.
And now we can talk about that too, because like Mando doesn't break canon.
as
all
far
these-
as we know, no.
I did this rant a couple months ago that
Yes.
like the Halcyon is not quote what to blame for a time locked land Because like
Oh,
you
it's so
ride Rise
dumb,
the
yeah.
Resistance in Disneyland.
It's Rise.
It's the same as Rise of the Resistance here.
It's Rise.
So like
It's Rise and the Halcyon. Sure, I
Yeah.
don't care.
But it's Rise is because you could retheme the Halcyon, and
Yes.
you could retheme it to a different thing
faster
Yeah.
than Rise because you have
Way
to
easier,
change
'cause that's
every
just-
stormtrooper.
you're just
you have to
changing
change
lines of a
Kylo. You
script
have to
at that
change
point.
Hux.
Right.
Yeah.
You'd have to do a
You
lot
have to
of
take
stuff.
out Rey, BB-8,
Mhm.
change the X-wing.
It's
Like-
Rise because there's nothing like that on
No.
Falcon. There's nothing.
There's
that time
one
locks
First
it.
Order flag, so they would in like the on Corellia.
Oh, where you land. You
Yeah.
landed Batu as well.
That too, but like
Yeah.
he doesn't say the time period. Well, you have to change the dialogue because he says you have hurt the First Order
Okay,
and
yeah.
made the Resistance proud.
When I'm saying changes, I'm talking like shit like Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah,
where
like
you
a
have
whole
to physically
animatronic.
redo
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah,
You have Jim Cummings come in and say, "All right, say Empire."
Empire. Got it.
Empire. Okay, there
say
we go.
rebellion. Got it. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, are those technically changes? Yes, but those are
Yeah.
so minuscule.
But it's not
that
the
it
same
wouldn't-
as changing 50
Yeah.
animatronics.
Who
Like,
knows? They might even have that B take audio from the like. 'Cause
They
we
probably
don't know
do.
what they were doing. in Empire
All the
If there's
concept
order.
art showed
Yeah.
Imperial
Why
stuff.
would you exactly?
So,
So why would you not at
Interesting.
least have that
yeah.
as a backup? But yes, those are technical changes. But that's not anything. that
But
I think would
unless
be
we see
difficult.
Mando die in season 3, which we won't because we know there's season 4. So unless
Correct.
we see him die in
And we know
season
season
4,
4 doesn't have
this
a
is
story.
canon. So like, get over it, people. Like it's I don't understand
I don't
this.
have an issue with it. It's like my only issue will be looking back if something does happen to
That's
him
what
or
I'm
the
saying.
child. You'll be like, okay, well that was kind of fucking dumb.
Yeah.
But I also understand that this is how Disney does shit. So it's just like they're just promoting The Mandalorian season 3, and it's just one of those things that you just kind of go. It's a massive media company. They do shit like this because they ultimately don't care as long as you're watching the fucking show and paying for it on Disney Plus. So
Another reason he might not have the Darksaber is because we'll find out through this season
what
or maybe
happens?
next.
That's true.
That's true.
He doesn't
That's
have the
true.
Darksaber.
That's true.
But
That's true.
canon is not broken, and
Nah.
it won't be unless they break it, unless said otherwise. So
Speaking
shut
of
up, you
additions
idiots.
to canon, let's talk about Mando Chapter 17, The Apostate.
Yes.
Let's do this. Let's give our spoiler-free thoughts up front, like we always do, and then we'll kind of do a deep dive into the episode. I didn't wake up at 3:00 in the morning for this one, but I did wake up at 7.
Me too.
I went to bed at 1:30. I was trying to stay awake just to do it, just to knock it out, so I could sleep in a little bit to get to Epcot this morning. But I just couldn't do it, so I went to bed at like 1:30, 2:00. Woke up at 7. Spoiler-free thoughts was this was a wasted episode. This was a filler episode for me. It's not really a spoiler because we're not going to talk too much about it right here, but in the opening scene where the thing comes out of the water, I was like, oh no, this is going to be a filler episode.
I hated that part.
This is going to be a
just
filler.
drug on.
It was way too long. It took too long for anything to really happen. I was
Mhm.
very interested in the beginning part of it. I was like, yes, this is really cool. I'll get into my thoughts about that later. But overall, this episode was redundant as all hell.
Yep.
They literally had the same conversation on the catwalk that takes place in this episode as well, with the same characters. It's
Yeah.
not like there
Like
was
he
even
just,
an addition.
they just saw each other 10 minutes
10
ago.
minutes ago, and that bothered the absolute hell out of me because our entire. I mean, this is, to be fair, this is an assumption on our part.
Might as well just do spoilers. We're kind of getting
There's
detailed. here.
nothing to spoil, but
I know, but
just in case, if you haven't seen it yet, we're going to spoil now. So like,
Yeah, my spoiler-free thoughts were it was an okay episode. It didn't add anything,
yeah.
and we're kind of in the same boat we were before this episode started, which I
100%.
thought Book of Boba Fett took care of, but apparently it didn't.
yeah.
I get my thoughts on that would be I guess they just weren't sure, especially number-wise, if everyone actually watched Book of Boba Fett, especially to the end to see all the stuff with Mando.
Right.
So I guess it is your part to get your casual audience up to speed.
Yes and no, though, because but if you have a Disney Plus subscription and you're watching Mando, wouldn't you see like that and be confused if you didn't see Book of Boba Fett and then just be like, let me look up what happened and
Put
then
it in
watch
the
Boba
recap.
Fett?
No,
Yeah.
here's
put it in the recap.
Put it in the recap.
Yeah.
But
Well,
also
this was a 30-minute recap, so
yeah, it was essentially. But here's the only thing I would say: like, would you hold it against Marvel if you didn't watch something?
No.
no.
Exactly. So you
But
can't
I
hold
was
it
watching
against
everything, and then I was like, this is still too much. I give up.
Yeah, but like if you go into, let's say you go into Ant-Man and the Wasp, and this is just a for instance hypothetical. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But let's say something ties into Loki and you didn't watch Loki. It's not
Spoiler
their
alert,
fault.
It does.
But Marvel
Oh,
doesn't.
really?
yeah.
But I bet Marvel
For
didn't
fuck's sake,
spend
I was-
30 minutes of that movie being like, here's what happened in Loki. I bet they didn't. I haven't seen it, and I don't care.
Did
but
they kind of rehash what happened in Loki?
To a point.
Okay.
To
Okay.
a point.
I see both sides where it's like
Yeah.
I'm annoyed because we do watch everything, but not everyone does. Most people don't. I mean,
But,
Kyle
like-
hasn't watched 95% of the animation stuff yet, so like all that's going to be
Right.
lost on him. So like
Yeah.
all the lore of Mandalore included is going to be lost on
I
most
had
people.
to, because
So-
Kyle didn't watch the animation, I had to tell him what those things were in hyperspace.
Oh, that was cool.
Oh, yeah.
That was like the coolest part.
We'll get. That's what I said too. Me and you
Oh,
talked for a
I can't
second
believe,
today, and I
can't
was
believe
like,
you like that part.
I know.
Because I
know.
saw Tom on but too, obviously, and we both were like, I bet Brad hated that part.
No, I know. I thought I would too. I would too, but I was. That's when I messaged you guys. If y'all had watched it yet, that's what I was. That's the part where I was like, "Did you guys see this yet?"
You see the whales?
I was like, "It works." But
Yeah.
we'll all right. We'll do some spoiler talk now. What did you guys think? Because that's just. I think I speak for the group when I say those are our thoughts. 'Cause
No, yeah,
I think we kind of all felt the same about.
I was
this
kind of
episode.
surprised that we all felt the same way, but I'm glad. But yeah, I agree. It was just like where we started, or
Yeah.
where we ended. Book of Boba Fett / where this episode started is where this episode ends.
Spoiler in 3, 2, 1. Why
He-
did they have to have the same conversation with the armorer again?
I don't know.
I was thinking the same thing. It was a waste, and I think I noticed in the recap they actually left those parts of Book
They
of
didn't
Boba
show
Fett
anything
out
of Book of
that,
Boba
No.
Fett.
which
But they
was
should have.
Very frustrating.
But
That
they
is
are
the story.
recapping the show The Mandalorian, not the show Book of Boba Fett.
I get that, but then
but this
why?
is part. Then why do it in Book
why
of Boba
not
Fett?
Yeah.
have more stories about Boba Fett then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then you just it kind of makes me not like Book of Boba Fett a little bit more now.
Right.
It's-
At the
it's just
time,
like,
that
ugh.
crossover was fine, and we like it.
Oh,
but
it
now
was
it's like, well, why
great.
did you
It
put that storyline in
kinda
Boba Fett?
pulled that series, which it was entertaining, but it wasn't going to be the best thing ever. Pulled
Yeah.
a little bit
It
into
did.
relevancy
Yeah.
because it got us some amazing moments with Luke.
Are you wearing
but-
your Halcyon Magic Band?
I am. Yeah.
Did you come from the parks?
No, I
Oh.
just never took it off.
You two are repping Halcyon.
Yeah,
I don't know where mine is.
am
I
not,
think mine got
sadly.
stolen. I must
This is
have bought
the
another
one I bought.
I did go over to the gate today and just admire it, though. I'm like,
I do that
soon,
from time to time. I
2
do that
months.
From time to
2
time.
months, I'm going back.
Evan goes the same time every morning.
It's true.
Uh,
6 a.m. No.
so
But yeah,
yeah,
I'm with you. It was just like a little, kind of a like, come on, man, we did
They
this
do
already.
they do the 3-minute recap, but then, like you said, leave out the parts that you should have recapped, and then you do a 30-minute recap. It's like, what's going on?
the way they just and look, I got all goosebumpy and stuff when this is a moment when Mando saved him from the meth alligator.
That was dope.
Right? Can we call it the meth alligator?
I like it.
Yeah,
Snap
Meth
turtle,
gator.
meth gator.
like a cocaine bear.
So that was cool. I'm like, yes, exactly. So
That beat Man on the Wasp this weekend at
Not
the box
surprised.
office.
yeah, ooh, not good. Yeah, oof.
Ah, it's hilarious to me. I'm glad Marvel's getting a fucking dose of reality. You can't just put out bullshit
Yep.
and have people expect to still
they
like it and
kinda-
support it.
0-2 on Kang, in my opinion. So,
Dang.
I
but
liked them
luckily
okay
they've
in
got
Loki, but they weren't like
fitted more of them to
More
run
like
through, so.
Dang the Conqueror. That was lame.
Yeah, it was,
I
but
didn't hear what you said.
Like
I
More
said more like Dang the Conqueror.
No.
Like dang.
yeah, that was not good.
That was bad.
so this like the way you got to look at it like this, like it had been. And did you see this? Jon Favreau actually said this, and IGN even posted it that it's like Grogu spent 2 years training with Luke.
What the fuck?
Now, he didn't say that. He just said it's been 2 years since we've seen him.
Okay,
And when he said
see-
that, I thought he meant we, the audience, which is true.
Okay.
In The Mandalorian, we haven't seen him
But
for 2 years.
I saw like a somewhat reputable site like IGN say
That was their
that-
headline. They just twisted it to be
You-
like, he confirmed it's been 2 years.
think
It's like,
so?
That's not
Okay.
what he meant, guys.
Okay.
He meant the audience hasn't
I
seen
didn't think that
Mandalorian.
either because it didn't feel that long.
Didn't feel it.
And also-
well, I mean, there was a lot of changes. Grief Karga is now
a high
the
match,
whole
right?
city. The whole city's
whole
rebuilt.
city's different.
Yeah.
It could be 2 years.
But like
You
also,
know what? It very well could be.
I don't want this whole
Shit.
thing.
It could.
I think it is actually. Now that I'm talking about it out loud,
It could be, but like I don't want this
He
whole
needs a new
thing that
Marshal.
Mando or he does. We'll talk about that. But I don't want this whole thing that Marvel does.
Moment
where
of
it's like,
silence.
oh,
for the former marshal. From
Pour one
Marvel,
out, pour one
please.
out.
Hold on. Thank you very much.
Yep.
She's okay. She's in special.
She'll be
forces.
back.
I'm special.
We'll get to that when we do our breakdown of the whole episode.
I don't want this whole thing where it's just like out of universe, all these director interviews and stuff. Like they do it with Kevin Feige all the time, and Kevin Feige's like, yeah, sure, that kid in Iron Man 2, he's Spider-Man. It's like that's a cool detail, and I like the detail, but like I hate how it's just in an interview and now it's canon. Like
Yeah.
we don't need that in Star Wars.
Oh.
So like if that's what he meant, I'm not really okay with it. And
Well, I guess we just have to watch the 7 remaining chapters of season 3, and we'll
right?
find out.
Exactly. But
Brad, you want to go through the breakdown? You want to
Yeah,
start?
let's-
Because I got
let's do it.
thoughts on some things. Lots of
Okay,
things here.
I've got thoughts on some stuff too. That was
the meth alligator section drug on for like 3 minutes too long.
Yep.
Well, that's what
It
told us
didn't
this
need
is
to
the
be.
kind of episode
yeah,
it was
kind of
going to
episode.
be.
That was
Yeah.
what I
At
was
first, I
wondering
thought this was a flashback. I thought this
Yeah.
was him getting the helmet.
I thought so. It opens with the armor
Oh, yeah.
making a helmet for a child. I thought it was
A
going to be for
foundling.
Grogu.
Me too at first.
Oh,
And
thought
then
it
I
was
was like,
gonna be
oh
for
wait,
Grogu.
it's too big. But at first
Yeah.
I did too.
When she was first, I was like, "Oh, it's going to be
Yeah.
his little Mando, his little helmet."
Yeah.
I was excited. But did you guys notice that the kid looked a lot like the kid that played Boba Fett in the prequels?
A little bit.
He looked a lot like
little
him to
bit,
me.
yeah.
He looked a lot like him to me.
To me, he looked
Um,
like the kid from the opening of Pirates 3. The kid that
I-
starts the song.
I need
And
you
he
to
gets
like
hung.
send me the order they're supposed to be watching because we were talking about doing a rewatch of those, and I don't know any of that.
Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just.
But there's no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're like all named like Pirates, Dead Man.
Oh, you
Tells
don't know
No
which
Tale.
one is
I have
which.
no clue which one's which.
Curse of the Black Pearl.
Okay, send it to me because I'm not going to remember it now.
Okay.
Text it to me because I don't know.
Will do.
I tried looking it up and I couldn't find like a
What the heck?
definitive thing. I don't know.
That's so weird.
I was also drunk when I looked it up. I probably typed
As you
in
should be,
something-
though. If you're going to watch Pirates, be drunk.
Gotta get some rum.
Yeah.
And then I wrote a big ass monster comes out. It was pretty cool to see them all fight, all the Mandalorians working together and fighting to take it down. I was a little concerned they couldn't take him down because
couldn't
that
do
kind of makes
anything.
them look weak as shit. But I guess it is a
Yeah.
massive
But
fucking
after a while, I'm
alligator
like,
shark thing.
after like 6 minutes of blasting, I'm like, hey,
It's like an alligator
Just
snapping
leave.
turtle.
you're not killing it. Just leave.
I do think the CGI as a whole looked fantastic
It did.
in this episode. It looked
Yep.
like a step up in quality.
Mhm.
It looked really, really good.
Yeah.
The monster looked really good. I was noticing it more the second time around than I was the first time.
That's
like
good.
the skin on the monster looked really,
Yeah, I
really
can't wait to watch it tonight.
revealed.
in the court.
Or really revealed? What the fuck did I just say revealed for? Looked really, really
Did you reveal
remarkable.
yourself to people again?
Maybe. Maybe that's why I was at Epcot this morning. Somebody pushed me and I showed my dick at you. Don't fucking...
It
don't
just
get
fell
me,
out.
Don't get me in between me and my loungefly.
Yeah, how dare
Orange
you?
Bird, Coachella headband fucking backpack.
You've got mail.
$300 years.
And
That was a
then
sexual harassment suit. To
Mando
Brad, but-
comes in and saves the day with the dope-ass fucking...
The sound
The
design,
Naboo
man.
stuff
Just
like
hearing,
that.
hearing the N1 flying around
I
again
love it so much.
takes you back to the Phantom Menace.
Did you guys see the rumor that it's coming to the vintage collection?
I did
the
see
vehicle?
that. I did.
$131.99. I don't think that's too egregious.
No, not at all.
Depends on how big it is, but
I don't have any
That's what she
vehicles
said.
yet, but that one I would. Hi-oh.
I have one. I have the Pose X-wing.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
cool.
And
yeah.
I like that one a lot. I got it on clearance.
And
for
then
like
don't you
$80.
have the Infamous Nest one? The speed
Oh
one?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's up there.
Yeah.
I forget I have that. I got that on
It's
silver
buried,
on
buried
Amazon,
in
$20
plush
bucks.
at the moment.
Yeah, dude,
Oh.
it's on Amazon. It's on clearance for like $20. You can
Oh,
find it.
I'll go get it right now.
That's Black Series though.
Oh, that's fine. I don't
Yeah,
care.
It's fucking awesome.
Do you have all the Kenobi Black Series? I see you have Kenobi himself, but do you
No,
have
I
Vader,
think he's the only
Reva?
one I got.
Because the parks
You have
have
Vader.
the other ones now.
I have Vader.
Don't you?
I don't see him.
I
up
have
there.
a Black
Kenobi?
Series Vader, but I don't think it's a Kenobi one.
Really?
I have more over there too, so he might be over there
Oh,
somewhere.
okay. But they have Reva, Vader, and the fifth brother now in the parks.
I know I don't have Fifth Brother.
I was going to
Okay.
check today, too, but I was just on a mission about to. But
I don't
anyway.
blame you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is, so they
Can't read
killed.
my own handwriting.
How
Oh.
did they kill? He just put all the bombs. All the Mandalorians put the bombs on him. No,
the
he
N1.
He got
the
shot
N1
by the
blasted.
N1.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Then I wrote Mando has the same conversation with the armor and he heads to Navarro. We see them going through hyperspace, and this was my favorite
The
moment of the
Purgles.
show.
Yeah, this was the
Purgles
best.
in live action.
So
I've been notorious going, this would never fucking work in live action. I was so fucking wrong.
But that's
This
how you
was
introduce
awesome.
it. You start with that vague thing, and you're like, what is that? If you just saw that, a Purgle right off the bat, you'd be like,
I
the
think
heck?
you
Like-
never bring it up again.
Well,
Honestly,
they won't in
because-
Mando, but they will in Ahsoka.
Oh,
You
Ahsoka.
think
It's
won.
coming
Ahsoka,
Ahsoka.
oh, yeah,
That was to set up
this is
Ahsoka.
Rebels season 7.
Yeah.
This was a hint to Ahsoka, and so was something else that you tipped me off to.
Yeah,
I
we'll
saw
get
them
there
my
when
second
they get to
time around.
Navarro.
Yeah.
They looked fantastic. The Purgles. They looked really
Yeah.
fucking
It did
cool.
look good.
I thought they were just going to stick with one, but then they
Now,
showed like the whole pod.
Can
It's like,
Grogu
wow.
only see them?
No, anyone can see him.
Okay.
I mean, that hasn't been confirmed, but like in Rebels, everyone sees him. So
I think
like,
Mando was sleeping anyway.
he was.
Yeah, he was asleep.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
he
that.
was
That was
asleep.
cute. And then Grogu just like pops up
Yeah.
in his little arms. I'm like, oh, Grogu.
He like comes down from the.
He's
I
got a
love
little
it.
like secret compartment,
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
like
but-
tunnel between. I love that.
They land on Navarro. High Magistrate Grief Karga meets with Mando, and they talk about him. They see the statue of IG-11,
Mm-hmm.
which was another really cool part of the episode.
Yeah.
Was in a little bit.
Well, as they're walking up to the statue here, this is when the convor flies away, which
Yeah.
could be
Now-
Morai, Could just be a condor.
Before this,
but
they teased this. I think this was it not the statue getting built in season 2 when we went back to Navarro.
Yeah.
We kind of
it's
saw
a
in the
different
background.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a different statue.
Well, I thought it was because now
alright.
we'll get to it, but like now he says no, that's actually his parts.
Okay.
So maybe it's the same one. But
Okay.
in
I
season
don't-
2,
I
I thought
don't
it was
remember.
like an actual
Okay.
statue. And not
Okay.
parts.
Okay. I got it.
He offers Mando a place to settle down near the hot springs for him and the child.
Well, hold up. Can we go back to the Morai thing? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
if this is Morai and not just a female condor, is Ahsoka watching over the child for any particular
Oh.
reason?
That would be cool. I bet so. And to do that, Ahsoka doesn't have to be literally 10 feet
Exactly.
behind him. Morai is watching for Ahsoka.
Yes.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, I bet that's what it is.
When I went back when I went back and rewatched the Book of Boba Fett stuff, Mando kind of gives her a little bit of shit for letting Luke take. And I didn't catch this really the first time I watched Book of Boba Fett, but kind of gave her some shit about like you're okay with him doing it, but you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I wonder if that rubbed
Yeah.
her the wrong way.
Probably did a little bit.
And also, she kind of dips out on Luke, and he's like, "Am I going to see you again?"
Perhaps.
I forgot about that.
But
Yeah.
we're going to find out what she's doing instead of seeing Luke again.
I could see her keeping an eye on Grogu.
Yeah. I bet that's what it is.
For
I
Luke.
could see that. For Luke.
For Luke, but also for Mando, but also for herself. Like a lot of people.
She cares.
Yeah.
She cares about little Grogu. How could you not? He's so fucking cute. I love him so much.
Mhm.
Um,
This is when Karga learns his name.
yeah,
And that was
Oh, yeah.
that was funny.
I loved
he
him
was
spinning himself.
force spinning.
I have
like-
it on here.
Yeah, that was cute.
Spinning himself in the chair was adorable.
That's a
and
new
using-
force power. Force spinning.
There we
spin.
go. Force spin.
It's a good trick.
Chair spin.
It's
yeah.
a good trick.
Spinning's it's a good. I'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
Yeah.
I love that scene. Then he uses the force like the Eminem thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was cool. And then Pirate Vane shows up at the school and demands a drink and says that you built this bar with my boss's money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so we
we're-
get this new random villain
So I
introduced
cannot wait to
instead
talk
of
about him. I
Moff
have
Gideon.
such strong opinions about this
Me
guy.
too.
About Vane.
Uh-huh.
Vane and his boss,
No.
Squid Guy. or-
Vane, I have his name. It
Swamp Thing.
is,
Swamp Thing.
Gorian Shard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Gorian Shard. Yeah. King Gorian
Vane
Shard.
100% looked just like they took a head swap of Hondo Onaka.
Well, he's a Nikto, and
No.
Hondo is a Weequay.
I'm
So
talking.
they're
I'm
slightly
talking about
different.
his outfit, like his.
Oh,
look.
the outfit.
His
Oh,
look.
Say
head
that
swap.
slowly now.
Nikto.
Yeah, let's say that
the
with
toe of a man, Nick.
say it with a hard A.
Anyhow, yeah. As if they just put a different face on.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. Just like they put a different like a head swap of Hasbro. If Hasbro was going to make
Yeah.
this character, they would just
Yeah.
take Hondo's head and
It's
put
a
this
selfie
off
series.
and put this guy on. I hated this whole fucking thing. Just drawing out kind of. You're out of school, dude. Like, I know you're a pirate, but like he said, "Fuck off," and then Mando kind of steps up and is like, "Is there a problem? Do you
Right?
have a problem?"
I thought that was going to resolve it. Where when
I
they,
know,
if you
that-
see this badass warrior come in and be like, "What's up?"
exactly.
Wouldn't you be like, "Oh, we're good, we're good"?
And he has to know who Mando is,
Or at
because
least-
he's worked with Grief, and like
Yeah.
like
As a bounty hunter, as part of the guild, you would know
you would
who
know the
another
fuck
bounty
Mando
hunter is.
You would
Yeah.
know who he is. But they mentioned Pirate King Gorian Shard. And then a standoff ensues, and I said I hate aliens when they speak basic. I hate it so much.
Well, Hondo
It-
does it.
There's exceptions. It's Jim Cummings. I'll allow it.
Okay. Okay.
When it's live action, it's worse.
Royal Akivan does it.
I don't like it. When you're not,
Interesting.
especially when you're not that
Interesting.
humanoid, there's something so much better.
You want Riola Keevan to be speaking?
Huttese or
Huttese?
Rodian or
Yeah.
Captain
Captain
Keevan.
Keevan.
No, of course not, because that's a different thing. I'm talking about in
okay.
shows and movies. Like,
Okay.
All right.
it is so much better when you hear an alien speak in that language, and then you get the translation. It is way better. It looks better.
That
It doesn't
even
look
works.
as
or
stupid.
That even applies to cartoons too. Like when you see Zero the Hutt speaking basic,
Yeah, it looks
it's
dumb
like,
as shit.
especially the way he speaks. I'm like, oh, come on, man.
It's bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cad
Not-
Bane
not at all.
speaking basic.
No.
That's
Cad
fine.
Bane, Cad Bane.
There
Yeah.
are exceptions,
You're
but
right.
like for the most part, it just looks silly to have these aliens talking basic.
Sure.
I don't like it.
It works for
and I
Trandoshans.
know I'm not alone on
it
this.
works for Trandoshans because they just like
But
hiss
have
when
an-
they speak.
have an
and-
act. There's like
Yeah.
it's almost like the people who hated on Bill Burr's Boston accent.
right?
Like it's kind of like I get where you're coming from, but that's
East Coruscant.
yeah.
We've
But-
had Bostonia was what he said, right?
Bostonia.
Yeah.
But we've had British accents in Star Wars since day one.
Oh,
so
oh,
like,
yeah, and
why
they're
can't
always
we?
in the Empire.
Yeah.
I just, if you're gonna do it, make a different accent, like the Trandoshan thing.
Yeah.
Like make
Yeah.
it something where you're not like, "Yo, what's up? My name is Chuck. I'm a pirate. I'm fucking from Coruscant. Give me some fucking cash." Like,
Yeah.
it's fucking stupid.
Give me some cheese.
Give me a drink.
cheddar.
He was so
Let me go
not
in your
threatening.
school and take a drink.
He was so
Yeah.
not threatening.
No.
He was so not
He really
fucking
wasn't. I
threatening.
mean,
Like,
pirates. I don't think they meant to be.
but like,
Mando took him out and like with one arm.
but
He's like
yeah,
boom, boom, boom. All right,
and
next.
Grief
Well, Grief
shot-
took out
Grief
one of
shot-
them.
Took out one.
Oh,
of
no,
them.
he
sure,
he
yeah.
took out the gun out of his hand.
No,
that
he,
was
he-
dope.
He shot and killed somebody too.
He did, yeah,
After
yeah.
with Mando.
Mando
But
took, like, most
he
of them
started
out,
the
though.
standoff by
Yeah.
shooting the gun out of like the idiot.
I
the
do
annoying
love
guy's
all the
hand.
Western, like, this town ain't big enough for
Yeah.
the two of us things that you get in the show. You got it with
Yep.
last season with.
Oh well, we glanced
Captain
over what
Van.
happened to the marshal.
No, it's that hadn't happened yet.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah,
up.
because this is
Yeah.
after they're walking
Yeah.
away.
Okay.
Because
Uh,
Mando goes to our Grief says he needs a marshal first, and that's when Mando asks.
Oh yeah, he offers Mando
Marshal
and
Dune.
stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
He's
Marshal
like, you
Dune.
got one.
And they tell him to tell the pirate captain that Navarro is respectable now and not to be trifled with. Not to be trifled with.
And then he said, "Now
I'm
get out of here."
Carl
He
Weathers.
did do the
He
get out of
did
here
get
again.
out
I
of here.
love that. That's his catchphrase. I
Get
love
out
that.
of here.
No pucks for you.
No,
Get out of here.
Navarro needs a new marshal because Marshal Dune was recruited by special forces.
She went back to
Yeah.
her home planet.
And Moff
Well,
Gideon-
Alderaan.
This was my favorite line of the whole show.
No, I hated
Moff,
this line
What are you talking about?
because it's just like he's gone. Don't worry about him. And I'm like,
Oh,
no.
He's
no.
coming
back.
back. We know he's coming back.
I know, but like,
I told you he
Moff
attended the
Gideon
premiere in Hollywood.
was sent
He
to
did.
a New Republic War Tribunal,
yeah.
which means they're gonna send him up there. They're doing it for public show, and then he's gonna be back looking for the kid again, and he's just not gonna be affiliated with them. Wink, wink, wink. 100%. That's what's gonna happen.
Because this new villain we got set up is lame.
He's not the new villain.
He's got a ship that's cool though. I'll give him that. His
oh,
ship's dope.
the swamp thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He's
just
not-
a side story.
That's
Yeah.
just, yeah. I don't think you're gonna see him again. To be
That's just
honest
to
with you.
cause conflict. No, you
We're
won't.
gonna see him again.
Navarro, you think?
Yeah, because he was
He'll
like,
be
"This
around.
ain't over, Mando," or something.
He'll be somewhere, but right now the conflict's going to be who we saw at the end of the episode.
True.
Mando needs a droid that he can trust, and so he tries to revive IG.
I had a problem
I
with
hated
this.
this part.
Yeah.
I thought the scene was terrifying. That like I don't like
once,
robots.
Once he's back as like a killer robot, that was
fucking
terrifying, but we don't need this.
Oh, that when he was like half a droid.
No, but this whole thing
need
sets up
scrap
him
metal.
going back to Tatooine to get R5.
Yeah, because we've seen the trailers.
We've seen the trailer. we know
R5
it's
is
the
Oh,
same
yeah,
reference. So that's
But,
all
like,
this is doing.
why
So a
waste
reason to go back
time trying
but
to
like now we
revive-
gotta go somewhere else. This is what I said I didn't want last
Wait,
week.
well, once he said he needs a droid, I was like, "Oh, good. Now we're gonna go to Tatooine.
That's what
we're
I
gonna see
thought.
Pelimado.
And he's
good."
like, "Can I take the statue down
I'm
and
like-
try to revive?" Oh, come
I'm
on,
like,
man.
"What? You're gonna revive this half a droid? Like, what?"
Come on.
Yeah, he's going next week. He's going to Pelimado to get the piece, the
Yep.
part.
Right.
And that's because the Jawas can get
Yeah.
it, not
But
the
like
fucking
we got to see the Anzellans.
Anzellans.
While you're here,
That was dope.
Mandalorian, I have another conflict.
We see.
I lost the town again. I'm Boba Fett, by the way.
He's gonna go visit Cobb Vanth at the hospital.
In the back of the tank. Him and Boba are in the same tank.
I got
cuddling.
Vance shot again.
He's bleeding out, Mando.
The back to tank is on back order.
It's on back.
I used up all the Bacta last in season 1.
It got re-put back to.
and reflecting on my past.
all those flashbacks.
Bacta because of the flashback.
I woke up with black satin. There's a lot of fur in my mouth.
Oh shit!
Not
Not just from the Jawas.
the scene is taking 10 minutes.
And we see the Anzellans, and we kind of see what looks and sounds just like Babu Frick.
Right.
It
But
sounded
this is
just
what you
like
plays
him to me.
into, though. They're not really speaking basic, but they are speaking basic. Like,
And it,
Yeah.
it works for them. Like
Yeah,
it
it
works.
does, it does.
works. This is better than them being like. Imagine if he was like, "Yeah, no, this part doesn't work." It wouldn't fucking work.
Hey,
These
you're
little
right.
midget
Wait.
fucking thing. It wouldn't
Right.
work. It doesn't
Yeah.
make.
I want to
any
see the
sense.
door that Mando walked in, though, to get his little...
Yeah, I know. I loved how Grief was outside and Mando was in there. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, you're like your shoulders got to be double this wide.
Yeah.
Carl Weathers.
I love the bit where they're like the part the poo poo, and he's like the part doesn't work.
And Mando's like, I got
I
it.
got
Like,
it. I love that whole bit. I
Yeah.
even liked it more the second time around. It was
Yeah.
hilarious.
And then Grogu hugging him and stuff. Like, that was dope. That was cute.
Oh, like trying to like take him.
Yeah, he
Yes,
was like
that was
grabbing the
adorable.
Anzellans, and Mando was like,
"Sorry,
stop it,
he's
stop
a
it.
baby."
No,
Yeah.
like
Sorry,
this
it's a
episode
baby.
was full of cute
Yeah.
stuff and fun stuff that makes Star Wars fun.
But it didn't do a story.
If
Like,
you didn't
for
watch
us.
Book of Boba Fett, this would be a
Yes.
perfect intro episode to season 3.
Yep.
But you've already established that that's canon. So that's a conversation we could have at the end of this and kind of if
But,
it's
like,
warranted or not. I think it is personally because I think not everyone watches
They're
it.
insanely connected, though, because obviously Boba came back in the show Mandalorian.
Yes, but remember that
But-
show didn't get good ratings.
True, but like there was a post-credit scene for Mando season 2 that was Boba Fett.
Well, there was. What was it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was him
after
sitting
the
on
Luke
throne.
episode, it flashes to Tatooine and they kill Bib Fortuna and take the throne.
Oh no. So I
So,
thought you said there was a thing for Mando season 3 at the end of
I
Boba
did
Fett.
say it wrong. I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I meant to
okay,
say
sorry.
it like that.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah, I remember that.
so like, if you can connect them all like that, then why
Yeah.
did you have to waste 30 minutes?
I think what
I
they
don't
did
know.
was
I
they
just-
did an experiment and it didn't work, and
Yeah.
that's why this episode had to happen.
That's probably fair.
Or they're safeguarding it from that. Like that's
Yeah.
Hey, if you didn't watch it, then there's this. If you did, then you kind of got where we're at. But I think they tried something like tying it together the way a Marvel thing would work,
Yeah.
and it didn't work the way they wanted it to. And so they're like, "Fuck it, we got to at least establish a little bit." Because the only real establishing stuff that has been rehashed was the scene at the first 10 minutes of it, which is a third of the episode.
Right?
But
Talking to the
talking to
armorer,
the armorer
saying,
and
I
all
gotta
that
go to
shit.
Mandalore.
Yeah,
We know you got to.
we know. We saw you on the training with the fucking Darksaber dude. Like,
I'm really curious to see what Courtney says about this episode because she's the casual Star Wars fan.
Holly
But she
was, like,
did
bored
see,
by it.
Was
she
she?
did see
Okay.
Boba Fett, though, right?
She did?
So
Those are like the only
she'll
episodes
probably
she watched.
remember a little
we
bit.
just rewatched that, and we're sitting there, and she goes, "Didn't we figure this
We
out
did.
already?" I was
Yeah.
like,
We did.
"Thank you,
Yeah.
We did.
thank you."
And also, like,
Sucks.
what
Sucks that we feel this way because we were so hyped for this.
what
But
tipped?
I still think we're off to a good start.
oh, sure.
For the most
yeah.
part. But
I'm still really okay with season 3. I think it's still
Could've
going to
been
be
a lot
good.
worse,
Like,
but
let's,
yeah.
could have been a lot worse.
But
Let's go
What
ahead.
keyed Mando into saying he has to take a droid to Mandalore? Where do you get that?
I think it's the little back part of the ship, right? Like where a droid's in.
He
Did
hasn't
they-
needed
did-
it to
did they
fly anywhere
explain?
before.
Did they explain why he needed a droid?
No, he's just
He
like,
just said
oh,
a
by the
droid
way,
you
I'm
can
going to
trust.
Mandalore. I need a droid.
It's probably to protect Grogu.
But he can't do that?
My thought
Not,
is,
not while he's going underground.
I
I can't take Grogu with him.
I also think that like he's gonna try to run tests because we know that like it's toxic at this point allegedly. Could be
Maybe
something
that's
like
what it
that.
was.
Could be something like that.
Yeah.
Like a
I
droid
think-
with
I think-
scanners or
But
something.
remember, he wanted IG-11 because I've spoken. What's his nuts? Quill turned IG-11 into
A nurse droid.
a nurse droid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's why he wanted IG-11. He's like, this is the only one he trusts.
You're right. You're right. It is for the kid.
It is to protect
It is for Grogu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To protect Grogu while he's gone.
But R5 isn't going to protect
R5's not gonna
Grogu.
protect shit.
Yeah, like
R5's gonna
Well,
see something he's gonna blow up.
R5
He's my
protected the
favorite
galaxy
droid.
though by blowing his motivator.
Yeah, if they bring that into canon.
It's
we
a
got
BM motivator.
more problems. More like live action canon, we got problems.
I had less training than Ray, but everybody loves me.
Power converters.
I was in a swamp. Okay, so where were
Mando gets in.
we?
Well,
They
the
need- they
Anzellans
need to
are like,
find
get the
a
chip or
yeah, we need
whatever.
to find the replacement part
Voodoo.
for that.
Yeah.
So he takes off to Mandalore. The
No,
pirate.
not Mandalore.
uh,
This is what we
Kev-
thought it was
I,
going to be.
I was writing notes.
Oh,
Got it,
no.
okay.
Oh, okay.
So we all assumed in the
Mandalore's-
trailers it was
Mandalore's
going
in
to
quotes.
be. Right, okay.
Oh no, it was a Mandalorian castle.
Yep.
We'll get there.
But it's the same one.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Backing
We'll
up.
get there.
Beep,
The pirate
beep.
shows up, and there's a hell of a good space battle. I really
Oh,
like
that's
the
right.
space battle.
Yeah,
The
really good space
battle. And then we finally get to see Pirate Gorian Shard, and his design fucking sucks.
It's like they wanted
Star
to,
Wars will be getting a lawsuit from DC.
From Swamp
or,
Thing?
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
themselves because they wanted to do Davy Jones.
Oh,
he
sure.
looks,
So it's
he
like-
looked like a fucking Star Fox villain.
Yeah. I don't understand.
It's terrible.
Crash
We've never
Bandicoot
seen this
5.
species before, so like, why are we getting this weird species that's
I-
clearly a ripoff of other movies?
It looked like a shitty. Who was Will Turner?
That's what I just said. Davy Jones.
Yeah. I don't know the character.
Just use like
No,
just use
Look-
any other race and just make it a
Or-
different character.
or this will help make Resistance better. There's pirates in the TV show Resistance. Make it them.
Yeah, it's true.
It's right there.
Make it another thing that no one's ever fucking seen.
Right, but it'll make it a little bit better. Like, I agree. That it's not very good, but I always defend it. But it's not very good. But
You-
that would
you
make
shouldn't
it.
defend it.
That would make it 1%
The only reason you
better.
defend it is because Kylo Ren's in it.
Yeah, and it's also, but it's more sequel stuff. We need more sequel stuff.
I'm giving you a hard time.
You're right though.
He sucks. His design sucks. But we find out that the planet they're actually going to is called Kalevala.
Kaliva.
Kalevala.
Right, I was like Indiana Jones.
He tells
the heart.
Grogu never to trust a pirate, and we land on Kalevala. I think that's how you say it.
No, we have to say it like the Indiana Jones. one.
Kalevala.
Thank you.
And he says, and that is a Mandalorian castle. Bo-Katan is here sitting on the throne, which we all thought was going to be.
Mandalore.
This was a fucking left turn for me.
Really?
Did you think they were going to go to someplace else? You thought she was going to be someplace else?
No, yeah, I thought it was going to be Mandalore.
No, you heard her say she went and tried to go and
Right.
Yeah,
lost the
but
rest
I
of her.
thought the scene that
Going
we see
into
her
it, we didn't
going
expect
into
it.
it,
Yeah.
that scene with
Oh.
her
Was
on
gonna
the throne
be
was going to be
Sundari.
her on Mandalore.
The capital city.
Yeah.
I thought she was waiting for him. Sure. I
Yeah,
see what you're
she's-
saying.
I thought
And-
that was going to take place on
Yeah.
Mandalore.
How
Which
much,
was the fucking left. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, what?
Which it was cool seeing this because this is the house of Clan Kryze from the
Yes.
Clone Wars. Even this is in the Clone Wars, so
Yep.
it's cool seeing this location. But wouldn't it have been better to see all this exposition instead of having her exposition us to death?
What do you mean?
Mando walks in and it's like, what's going on? And then she's like, I tried this, and then they gave up, and they left me, and they did this, and then we lost this battle, and then this happened. I'm like, why couldn't have we seen this?
Do you think she's lying to him and
I think she's
a
setting him
trap
up.
Maybe
at
because
Mandalore?
this
I
stuff
think
would have been
she's
cool to
Oscar
see.
Reeves.
and
They
X
fuck
Woves
him
and
up.
all of them are waiting.
Yep.
That'd be cool
I think that's exactly
because she even
we didn't
acts
see
like she
anyone
doesn't
else
care
in that.
anymore. Like, yeah, that's right. Because like,
I think she's full of shit.
yeah,
That's
'cause
what I
she
was-
does
absolutely
care.
full of shit.
She
I think
cares
she
more
is.
than anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't just go, okay.
I give up.
Yeah,
I've been
you
fighting
send
my
him-
whole life.
You trick him into going to Mandalore.
Yeah.
Because she was kind of like, you don't want to go there. He's
Yep.
like, no, fuck you, I do want
Yeah,
to go there.
yeah, exactly.
And then
Maybe
she's
the,
like,
the
okay, you
armor
can
could
go.
even be in on it. There might not be really a thing about the mines of Mandalore.
Oh, I thought
he calls her out. He's like, you're saying it's a myth, but then you're telling
Yeah.
me to go anyway.
Yeah.
She's 100% setting him up.
And also, like, it's
somebody
dumb.
setting somebody up.
It's not dumb, but like to Bo-Katan / Mando, it's kind of dumb where it's like Bo-Katan is like, oh, your helmet rules are dumb. That's just superstitious. But if you have this fancy sword, then you can control everyone.
Yeah.
It's like, but that's kind of dumb too
That's
by your
stupid as
logic.
shit too.
Yeah, but I like that. I like it's like these different levels of just
Right.
like being in a cult, basically.
Yep, 100%. I did like the fact, this is a small detail that I noticed on the second time around, it was raining when they landed, and there was like still rain on its helmet.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Yeah.
little details like that where it's good shit that keeps
Yeah.
things going.
Continuity.
And they talk about where the mines are, and it is beneath the civic center under the plant of the city, whatever the fuck city Sundari.
That's the capital city.
The capital of
city,
Mandalore.
Yeah.
So she was very specific, exactly where to go.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
She's setting him the fuck up.
Of course.
Yeah.
She's definitely
And
setting
see,
him up.
if all
Which
this
is
is
another reason
true,
why he's going to need a droid to help defend shit, because
but not R5.
and R5 is going to do a
What
terrible
if he
job.
dies?
In
What if
season
R5
4,
dies?
Oh my God, I'll be
Ahsoka
so
will show
upset.
up because it was written by Dave Filoni.
Right. Now, if all of these guesses and predictions here are true, then today was not filler, because it sets all that stuff up.
Yeah, it just
The first 15
it set
minutes
up
were
what it was
filler.
already set
Set
up.
up.
Yeah, the first 15 are
It
filler,
set up
but-
what we already knew. It was set up. You know what this episode actually has written all over it was Cara Dune was heavily featured in this episode, but we had to rewrite it because
Yeah.
Disney fired
Yep.
her because of
Yeah,
And a
pressure
lot of
from
reshoots
Twitter.
and stuff,
Yeah.
and they had to kind of go in and
that
fix
is
things.
fair.
But then I wrote, we're going to see if it's really, I wrote this specifically, the sentence just for Tom. We're going to see if it's really poisoned. Because you talked about the mind, everything, the whole planet's been
Mhm.
turned to glass, and he
Yeah.
actually showed real glass.
Yeah, he
which
brought
is
back a
shocking.
piece of
Mandalorian
glass.
like scripture
Um,
on it. Or
yeah.
something.
Yeah. And I said, we're going to see if it's really poisoned or if it's just propaganda.
Hmm.
And then I wrote Finn as the end of the episode.
FN 2187.
FIN 2117. So,
It's me.
You.
It's me.
all right. So overall, we've already thought what we thought about it, but I think the future for this show looks good. My only concern is, like, I don't want them to focus on this pirate shit. That is a B
Me
plot line. I
neither.
do not give a fuck
They
about.
better wrap that up in one episode.
Yeah, I don't need to see, and I know it's going to drag on. This reeks of something that Jon Favreau would write. Some stupid fucking pirate thing that he was like, I saw a pirate movie a few months ago and I got really obsessed with pirates, and so I wanted to add them into Star Wars. And I could totally see that after season 3. Like, I was obsessed with pirate movies. I watched Armistead like
I made a
17
good
times.
steak one night, so I decided to make a movie about it.
What if a chef? That's actually a really fun movie. I love that movie. Have you ever seen the
Chef
movie?
is actually it's an allegory for Iron Man, though. Like the behind the scenes production of Iron Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
All right.
of like how he was treated and how the production went and
Is
why.
that true?
Yeah.
No
like
way.
he's said it in interviews and stuff. It's like that's
Holy
why
shit.
that's why they 1, 2, and 3 steadily get worse.
That's so
because of-
funny when you
yeah.
say that after watching the movie. I totally see it because at the
Yeah.
beginning he's taking shit from this, like, oh dude, that if you haven't seen it, you should watch it.
It's
a great
great.
movie.
It's great.
It's a fun
Isn't
movie.
Scarlett Johansson in that?
She is, and she's
Yeah.
up.
Well, she's always a piece.
Nothing
A
wrong with
piece
said
of good
yet.
acting.
Nothing wrong with said.
You're just
You're
hovering.
hovering over the
distracted.
button.
I was
I
hovering.
know. I just put it
You're
because
waiting.
I was looking at
I'm
Brad.
trying to be
but-
nice. I'm trying to be on my best behavior tonight. Yeah, but that's kind of where we all stand on Mando season 3, episode 1.
Do you like
Chapter
this
17.
better or worse than
Apostate.
the one that is
My
what's it
prostate.
called? The Sanctuary.
God, I need to go back and
I
rewatch.
yeah,
it.
I need
showed
to
that episode
rewatch
so
the
much.
Sanctuary
Um,
because I remember the Cara Dune stuff being badass enough to where
And
I
without
might
that
like
episode, we don't get hurt.
right,
So, like,
3 minutes.
Right,
It's like
I
the
know.
first 3
that
minutes of the
is
episode.
true.
But
And then the rest of it
Purgles,
sucks.
Morai, and the Azalians.
I think
or
I
whatever.
like this better.
Enzellans, yeah.
think
Plus,
I
the
like this better.
Bo-Katan conversation was pretty good.
It was great. It just
Yeah.
happened way sooner than I thought it was.
It
gonna
did.
take
I was
place.
taken
No,
back by how
we've
quick
seen
we got
basically
that, yeah.
every scene from the trailer
I was
except
think-
for the TIE Interceptor
I was
chase.
thinking about that, dude. We've seen
So-
the trailers was the first which
Yeah,
yay, you fucking did it.
because
You
I
didn't show
honestly
me shit I don't
like
want to see.
I almost expected it to wrap up this episode with the TIE chase, the TIE Interceptor chase, and be like, all right, that's the trailer. You've seen
Yeah.
it all.
Seen
But
it
it's
all.
like we've seen
Fuck
everything
yeah.
except that chase.
Okay.
So
I like where we're at, but I'm disappointed at how we had to get there for this episode. But
right.
Agreed.
I think we're good.
But the good news is we have to wait 6 days. Like
Yep.
it's gonna be here.
Yep.
Just like
So-
Kyle's prom night.
Oh,
It's gonna be 6 days. Yeah, I like where we're at, but it could have been better, but it could have been a lot worse. Just goddamn it, please don't focus on these pirates. And I got a feeling. When you were like, it's gonna be a beeline. I was a B.
Well, I
story,
don't
was
know,
like,
maybe
fuck,
like-
it is.
because Mando even mentions he's like, well, why don't you just like sign up as part of the New Republic yourself? And Karga's like, we're not going to be part of another stupid regime
Yeah,
that
I want to
doesn't
go live
care
on
about
Navarro.
us. Yeah,
I like this guy.
So what
My
if
Magistrate Grief Cargo just shot up on my list.
what if he has
Of
to reach
favorite
out for
Star
help
Wars
though?
fan.
Because Mando can't help him. What if he has to call the New Republic in? Like Carson
No.
Teva shows up.
That's
and
what
Trapper
they want
Wolf.
you to do. That's how they squeeze you. It's the constellation heaven.
True, but like someone's got to help him. Like I don't know if he can do it himself,
It's a callback to an old Jedi Talk episode, people.
Constellation.
Top
It
10
is.
conspiracy theories.
which might be part of your character on the Halcyon.
Yeah, maybe. But
Maybe.
you'll have
It
to
better
listen
be.
to the next episode
Yeah.
to find out.
Listen to the next episode for a big announcement about the Halcyon, and it's not the one you think it's going to be.
No, you idiots! It's not closing.
No, I bet the episode's not out yet.
That too.
That's what I
But-
meant. We're just going to upload it. Thank you guys for listening to this episode. We will see you on the next one. Till then, hey, do we have Hey Mando?
Get out of here. That's how it should
We
end.
need to get get out.
I will
Should
get
end
them
with,
both.
Get out of here.
We'll see you on the next episode. Till then, may the force be with you. This is the way.
Always. To Bhutan, good journey.
Rise,
Does that work?
Jedi Knight.
Change it last second.
Hey, Master Yoda, I still want to ask you, though, is this the last Jedi Talk episode this week?
No. There is another.
Don't. Hey, Master Yoda, was that our only trip ever on the Halcyon?
Which last time we did it, you mean?
The last time we did it, was that our
Okay.
only trip on the Halcyon?
No.
Oh.
There is another.